Good evening and welcome to Jeevan's News at 8. I'm jinisha. First a look at the top stories of the day. Uttar Pradesh election polling and with fifth phase. East records 57.36% polling. Oscar 2017 Moonlight wins Best Picture. La 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 Land wins 6 awards. Actress attack case conspiracy will examine, says Chief Minister. Opposition slams the government. Police reached VAGAMON with Pulsar, Suni and Vijay for evidence collection. For accused, sent to police custody. Lunch gets delayed. Canteen employee alleged assault by PG George MLA. George denied the allegations. News in detail. Over the 1.84 crore voters exercised their franchisee to decide the fate of 617 candidates in 51 constituencies during the fifth phase of Uttar Pradesh Assembly elections. East Uttar Pradesh records 57.36% polling till as the fifth phase nears its end. As many as 43 women contestants are in fray in these 51 segments spread across 10 districts of In an apparent bid to reach out the allies and other partners, Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Monday said that Sur Alliance partners will be made part of BJP government in Uttar Pradesh when the party comes to power.
Addressing a rally in Mau during the campaigning for the sixth phase of Uttar Pradesh election 2017 to be held in March 4, Prime Minister Modi, however, emphasized that the BJP is capable of getting majority on its own, launching a scathing attack at the Congress and ruling Samajwadi Party over poverty in eastern UP. Prime Minister Modi said they should be ashamed of the asking for votes of the eastern part of the Uttar Pradesh. Flying Congress over Jawaharlal Nehru's legacy, Prime Minister Modi said in 1962, the Ghazipur MP Vishwanath had depicted a kind of poverty existing in the eastern part of the Uttar Pradesh while addressing Parliament. Vishwanath had said that people in the eastern UP survived on cow dung. The Prime Minister Nehru then constituted a committee headed by H.M. Patel to recommend measures for the development of the eastern UP. When BJP came to power, BJP took notice of the file, Prime Minister said. Voting has begun for the fifth phase of polling Uttar Pradesh election in 2017. Stakes are high for BJP, SP Congress Alliance, BSP in 51 assembly constituencies spread across 11 districts. The Election Commission has announced a fresh date of the voting in the constituency on March 9. The ruling Samajwadi Party had won 37 seats out of 52 in 2012. While BJP and Congress won 5 seats, BSP had won 3 and Peace Party won 2 seats. With certain districts not far from the Nepal border, Prime Minister Narendra Modi made it a point in his speech in Gonda to refer to the Kanpur train tragedy in which 150 people were killed. Modi had said that the accident was due to the conspiracy and the preparators carried it out sitting across the border in Nepal. News Desk, Jeevan.
AARANYAKAM Sharmila today refused to accept the security escort provided to her by the state authorities under the direction of the Election Commission of India. Sharmila told that she has no enmity with anyone and has nothing to fear about.
The former Ionic human rights figure said she does not approve of the VIP culture of being surrounded by armed force and want to be with the people. On the other hand, Additional Chief Secretary J. Suresh Babu said the state authorities are doing their part as the Election Commission of India has directed them to provide security to Sharmila as they travel alone almost all the time. Meanwhile, Erando, convener of Sharmila's party People's Resurgence and Justice Alliance, said 6 personnel from the state armed forces were provided for her security. They follow her continuously, Erando added. The Election Commission on Friday had asked the state authorities to provide escort to Sharmila, who is contesting the upcoming 11th Manipur State Assembly election from Thorbal, the home turf of the incumbent Chief Minister O.I.O.B. Singh. Sharmila had formed her own political party, the People's Resurgence and Justice Alliance, which has fielded 3 candidates for the upcoming polls in the state. News Desk, Jeevan.
A total of 54 crorepatis candidates are in the fray for the first phase of Manipur Assembly elections to be held on March 4th, while 8 have declared criminal cases against themselves as per the latest report. and Manipur Election Watch and Associations for Democratic Reforms have analyzed the self-sown affidavits of over 167 candidates from 17 political parties, including 6 national parties, 5 state parties, 6 unorganized parties, and 14 independent candidates who are contesting in the first phase of Manipur Assembly elections. Out of 167 candidates, 54 are crorepatis, and it said that among party-wise crorepatic candidates, 21 out of 37 from INC and 21 out of 38 from BJP, 5 of 12 from National People's Party and 2 of 8 from North East India Development Party and 2 from NCP have declared assets worth more than ₹1 crore. The report further said that out of 167 candidates analysed, 8 have declared criminal cases against themselves. There are 3 candidates who have declared serious criminal cases, including case related to attempt to murder, cheating and dishonestly inducing delivery of property, etc. Among party-wise candidates with criminal cases of 4 out of 38 candidates from BJP, 2 of 37 candidates from Indian National Congress, and 1 of 10 candidates from Manipur National Democratic Front, and 1 of 6 candidates from National Congress Party. And they have declared criminal cases against themselves in their affidavits. On the education details of the candidates, the report said that 38 have declared their qualification to between 5th and 12th, while 124 have declared having a qualification of graduate or above and 1 candidate as literate. A total of 72 candidates have declared their age to between 25 and 50 years, while 95 between 51 and 80 years. In the first phase of Manipur Assembly elections this year, 7 female candidates are contesting. National Desk, Jeevan. Adding to the number of IS operatives arrested in India, 2 brothers were held at Gujarat ATS in Rajkot and Bhavananga at planning bombings in the state. On Saturday, a Kerala man, Hafsuddin, was among the 21st people killed in a drone attack in Afghanistan, and he had illegally joined the Islamic State.
Earlier, ISIS operatives has been held in Rajasthan, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, New Delhi and Kerala. The 2 suspected ISIS terrorists arrested by Gujarat Anti-Terrorism Squad were allegedly planning to carry out serial blasts at some religious place in Gujarat in the next couple of days, the ATS said on Sunday. The 2, who are brothers, were in touch with ISIS operatives overseas through the social media, police said, adding that they have recovered bomb-making material from the 2. The 2 were allegedly planning to carry out blasts at religious place like Chotila. Acting on specific information, the Gujarat ATS team had nabbed 2 suspected terrorists having link with the ISIS. Anti-Terrorism Squad Deputy Superintendent of Police K.K. Patel said. ATS Superintendent of Police Himanshu Shukla said, it is true that Chotila temple was on their target, but we cannot give further details in the stage, keeping in mind further investigations. National Desk, Jeevan.
In one of the biggest goof-ups in the entire history of academic awards, the winner for the Best Picture was mistakenly called out as La La Land instead of Moonlight by presenter Warren Beatty.
La La Land has 14 Oscar nominations this year and is tied for the most nominated movie in
Barraging is Moonlight. Not as it turned out, La La Land won the Best Picture in the Academy Award in the historic Oscar upset and the unprecedented fiasco that saw one winner sapped for another, while the La La Land and the producers were in the mid-speech. Presenters Warren Beatty and the theatre apparently took the wrong envelope, the one for the Best Actor winner Emma Stone, into the stage. When they realized the mistakes, representatives for the Ballot Tabulator's Prize, PricewaterhouseCoopers, raced on the stage to try to stop the acceptance speeches.
I opened the envelope and it said, Emma Stone, La La Land. That's why I took such a long look at Faye and at you. I wasn't trying to be funny. This is Moonlight, the Best Picture. Yeah.
It was nevertheless a shocking upset considering the La La Land came with the 14 nominations, a record that tied with the Titanic and All About Eve. La La Land still collected the leading 6 awards, including honors of the cinematography, production design, score and the Song City of Stars and the Best Director. Charsley, the 32-year-old filmmaker, became the youngest to win Best Director. It was a movie about love and I was lucky to enough to fall in love while making it, said Charsley, speaking about his girlfriend and Oscar date, Olivia Hamilton. News Desk, Jeevan.
Many in India may be disappointed that Dev Patel out of the coveted Call statue at the ongoing 89th Academic Awards. But the Oscars found itself adding another chapter to history. Today, Mahershala Ali, who bagged the award for the Best Actor in the supporting role for his performance in Moonlight, became the first Muslim actor to win an Oscar.
And the Oscar goes to Mahershala Ali.
This is the first Oscar and nomination for Mahershala Ali.
Mahershala Ali has won Best Supporting Actor at this year's Oscar ceremony for his role in Barry Jenkins' acclaimed drama Moonlight. The actor beat out the likes of Michael Shannon and BAFTA winner Dev Patel to take the trophy for one of the most hotly contested categories of the evening. Coming-of-age drama Moonlight follows protagonist Chiron through the 3 stages of his life, and Ali plays Juan, the crack dealer who takes Chiron under his wing to protect him from the emotional abuse dealt out by his mother.
Can't let nobody make that decision for you. Why's you looking at me like that?
The actor who became father just last week was handed the award by last year's supporting actress winner Ali Kavikada. Following a standing ovation from spectators, Ali gave an emotional speech in which he praised the film, which was a breakout to hit following its debut at last year's festival season.
I want to thank my teachers, my professors. I had so many wonderful teachers, and I'm so blessed to have had an opportunity. It was about Juan, it was about Chiron, it was about Paula.
International Desk, Jeevan.
Such a wonderful experience.
Indian actor Om Puri, whose repertoire as an actor reflected a rare realism and was popular for films like Eastern East, Gandhi, City of Joy and Wolf, was honoured at the 89th Academic Award ceremony in the memoriam. Om Puri, who died after a heart attack in Mumbai in January earlier this year, got a musical tribute by Grammy and Tony-nominated singer and songwriter Sarah Bareilles. DMK working president M.K. Stalin hit out the former Chief Minister of Paneerselvam for criticizing the party's decision to demand the removal of Jayalalitha's portraits from government offices. And Stalin attack on the OPS comes a week after AIDMK's interim General Secretary V.K. Shashikala accused the former Chief Minister of rebelling against her leadership at the behest of the DMK. Accusing OPS and attacking him for selfish reasons, Stalin hit out at the former CM for not speaking out against the mystery behind Jayalalitha's death before he was made to resign from his post. The DMK leader said that the man who claims to care for Jayalalitha so much, when he decided to speak out on a mystery behind her death, only after his post of snatched away from him. Only after the meditated Jayalalitha's memorial under the media glare did not get enlightened. And this is the 2 months after Jayalalitha died, only after he could no longer enjoy power. And did he raise question about mystery around Jayalalitha's death? While Paneerselvam has urged the centre to order judicial probe into Jayalalitha's death, Stalin wondered what steps he had taken while he was a chief minister. At the sight of power, he forgot the person who brought him to power. On Saturday, DMK's working president had written a letter to the chief secretary demanding that Jayalalitha's portrait be removed from government offices and her name be taken off government schemes as she had been convicted in disproportionate asset case. Stalin on Sunday, however, said that DMK's demand was based on legal procedure noting and they don't care AIDMK's use her photos in the offices. But the government schemes and government offices cannot bear the name the photo of person convicted of corruption. National Desk, Jeevan. And there is loads of more today's news after a short break. Do stay tuned. Welcome back. The Supreme Court on Monday directed the Centre to fill up 2 vacant posts in the National Human Rights Commission by April 13th.
An apex court bench headed by Chief Justice of India Justice Kehar along with Justice D.Y. Chandrachud and Justice Sanjay Kishan Kaul passed this order after hearing a public interest litigation filed by Supreme Court lawyer and social activist Radhakanta Tripathi. Tripathi had earlier moved the apex court while seeking the directions to the centre to fill up these 2 posts in the apex body of the NHRC. Earlier in January, the Supreme Court had asked the centre to fill up the vacancy of the Director General of NHRC and other pending vacancies within a week. Additional Solicitor General Pinky Anand responded that the person whose name was finalized for the post and declined to accept it due to it, which the post was lying vacant, of the assured the government needs serious steps to fill the vacancies. National Desk, Jeevan.
The Supreme Court today adjourned liquor ban Vijay Mallya's loan default case to March 3rd, and the plea was filed by the State Bank of India-led consortium of banks seeking recovery of its loan amount to the tune of Rs 8,000 crore approximately and contempt against Mallya. The Apex Court earlier on February 20 adjourned the hearing in the case till February 27th. On January 11th, the Apex Court granted 3 weeks' time to Mallya to file a reply to the consortium of banks who saw a deposit of the amount of $14 million. The consortium of banks had early approached the Apex Court seeking its intervention in bringing back Mallya to India and also repayment of money which his beleaguered businessman who has absconded to England had taken. The banks in their plea told the court that there was an outstanding loan of almost Rs 9,000 crore against the businessman. The banks have argued that the business tycoon has not been candid with the court regarding his assets and citing the failure to disclose the 7 package. On April 26, the Apex Court had directed Mallya to disclose his asset to the consortium. The bank also said that the disclosure made by the Mallya on his Indian and overseas properties were vague. The bank also refuted Mallya's allegations that all 17 banks did not reject 3 proposals made by him for repayment of over Rs 9,000 odd crore in installments. National Desk, Jeevan. Donald Trump's job approval rating standards are just 44%, a record low for a newly inaugurated president, according to the new joint NBC News and Wall Street Journal poll.
In the poll conducted between February 18 to 22, 48% of the Americans said they disapprove of Trump's performance as president, and 32% said that his first month in office demonstrated that he is not up to the job. Asked about early challenges in the first month of his presidency, 52% called the issue real problems that are specific to his administration, while 43% of Americans typical growing pains for any new president. The new ratings come 2 days before Trump is set to address a joint session of Congress, a State of Union-style speech in which new presidents typically lay out their vision for the country, NBC News reported. According to the poll, he is the only president in the history of the modern polling to begin his first term with a net negative approval rating, compared to Trump's net negative rating of the 4%. Former Barack Obama began his presidency within the net positive 34%. Trump also continues to register a particularly dismal rating when it comes to his temperament, with just 18% giving his dismanner a thumbs up compared to 55% who rank it as poor, and a majority of respondents to the poll, 57%, also said that Trump was likely to bring real changes in the direction of the country. International Desk, Jeevan.
Pope Francis has been slammed by the church officials and sex abuse survivors for cutting penalties for the pedophile priestess. And the Pope has said that to be applying his vision of a merciful church to sex offenders by reducing punishments to weaker sentences such as lifetime of prayer and penance. It has been revealed by church officials that the Pope Francis overruled advice given to him by Vatican Congregation for the Doctrine on the Faith about 2 priestess, allowing them to be punished by a lifetime of prayer. One case has come back to haunt him. An Italian priest who received the Pope's celibacy was later convicted by Italian criminal court for his sex crimes against children as young as 12. The Roe case is one of the several in which Francis overruled the advice of the Vatican Congregation of the Doctrine of the Faith and reduced a sentence that called for the priest to be defrocated, to canon lawyers and the church official told. Instead, the priests were sentenced to penalties including a lifetime of penance and prayer and the removal from public ministry. In some cases, the priestess, their high-ranking friends, appealed to France for the clemency by citing the Pope's own words about mercy in their petitions. At the same time, Francis also ordered 3 long-time staffs at the congregation dismissed, 2 of whom worked for the discipline section that handled sex abuse cases, the lawyers and church officials explained. One is heading the section which will be replaced before leaving March 31st. Vatican spokesperson Greg Book said that the 2 others too will be replaced and the staffing in the office, which has years-long backlog of case, would be strengthened after Francis recently approving hiring more officials. He also dispelled the rumors that sex abuse cases would no longer be handled by the congregations and saying the strengthened office would handle all cases submitted. International Desk, Jeevan. The United Forum of Bank Unions, an umbrella body of 9 unions in the sector, has cancelled one-day strike on February 28th to protect the government's anti-people banking reforms, as well as to demand compensation for employees for extra work done in the account of demonetization. And the cancelling meeting before the Chief Labour Commissioner on February 21st failed to break the deadlock as the Bank Management Body and Indian Banks Association did not agree to the union demands. And most state-run banks have informed customers that functioning of branches and offices will be hit if the strike goes ahead on. The short film in written just a book released in Kochi Children's Park based on Perumbaram Sridharan's Oru Sankirthanam Pole.
ഒരു സങ്കീർത്തനം പോലെ എഴുതുമ്പോൾ അന്നയുടെ ഡയറി കുറിപ്പുകളായിരുന്നു എൻ്റെ വഴികാട്ടി.
Writer Perumbaram Sridharan's travel through the St. Petersburg is the core of the short film in written just a book. St. Petersburg is the place where Russian writer Dostoevsky and Anna loving each other. In the banner of Soma Creations, Baby Matthew Somathiran produced the 45-minute lengthy short film in the screenplay of literate Gain, Sikaria Shiny Jacob Benjamin, and also directed the film in written just a book.
അപസ്മാര രോഗിയും മദ്യപാനിയും ചൂതുകളിക്കാരനും അസന്മാർഗിയുമായ ദോസ്തോയെവ്സ്കിയുടെ ഉള്ളിൽ മറ്റൊരു ദോസ്തോയെവ്സ്കിയെ അന്വേഷിക്കുകയാണ് ഞാൻ ചെയ്തത്.
ബേബി മാത്യു സാറിനെ പോലെയുള്ള ഒരു പ്രൊഡ്യൂസർ ഉണ്ടായതുകൊണ്ട് മാത്രം സംഭവിച്ച ഒരു പടമാണ്. പ്രത്യേകിച്ച് ഇതുപോലെ ഒരു പടം റഷ്യയിൽ പോയി ഷൂട്ട് ചെയ്ത് ഇത്ര എക്സ്പെൻസീവ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു ഡോക്യു ഫീച്ചർ ഉണ്ടാകുക എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് അസാധ്യവും നമുക്ക് സ്വപ്നം കാണാൻ പറ്റാത്ത വിധത്തിലുമുള്ള ഒന്നാണ്. അപ്പോൾ ഒരു നല്ല പ്രൊഡ്യൂസർക്ക് മാത്രമേ ഒരു നല്ല സിനിമ ഉണ്ടാക്കാൻ കഴിയൂ എന്ന് വിശ്വസിക്കുന്ന ഒരാളാണ് ഞാൻ.
The Red Box, the short film about postal system and the life of temporary servants of postal department, was another attraction of the audience. Persikiriya's Pottankulam short film portrayed the first post office of the bank, Vempanad Kayal.
ഏതാണ്ട് 30 വയസ്സിന് മുകളിലുള്ള ഇന്നത്തെ എല്ലാ ആളുകളുടെയും ഒരു ഓർമ്മയായിരുന്നു പോസ്റ്റ് ഓഫീസും പോസ്റ്റ് ബോക്സും. റോഡിൻ്റെ വക്കത്തും ചില കടത്തണയിൽ ഭിത്തികളിലുമൊക്കെ തുരുമ്പെടുത്തും മാറാല പിടിച്ചുമൊക്കെ ഇരിക്കുന്ന ഈ കൊച്ചുപെട്ടി ഒരു കാലത്ത് കേരളത്തിൻ്റെ അല്ല നമ്മുടെ എല്ലാ രാജ്യത്തിൻ്റെ ഒരു സംസ്കാരത്തിൻ്റെ ഭാഗമായിരുന്നു.
Jeevan News, Kochi. The main accused in the actress abduction case, Pulsar Suni, had stayed at the Vagman at the hideout. At first, they had slipped to Coimbatore after the crime and then later reached Vagaman. And both the accused, Sunil and Vijesh, were taken to Vagaman for evidence collection.
There is no breakthrough in tracing the mobile phone allegedly used by key accused Pulsar Suni to record the clipping of the actress. There is no breakthrough in tracing the mobile phone allegedly using by key accused Pulsar Suni to record the clipping of the actress they abducted and attacked. There is no development in the case even after questioning the two accused Pulsar Suni and Vijesh many times. The evidence were collected after taking them to many places. In attitude of the two are giving the police to harrowing time. Mobile phone is a crucial evidence in the case. However, the police is having a third time as Suni is changing his statement now and then. The first told the police that he threw the phone at a drain near Ponnurunni in Kochi, also at a place in Vagaman. They told the police that the place was selected as a hideout as it was deserted. The place had basic facilities and the police are conducting further investigations. Police had taken both the accused to Coimbatore for evidence collection on Sunday. The hideout used by the accused in the Coimbatore was searched in a mobile and the tab seized. News Desk, Jeevan.
To ensure the education of the students among tribes, Tribal Education Fest conducted, and the fest, which is called AARANIYAKAM, was conducted by Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan of Ernakulam District Project in cooperation with Somathiram Ayurveda Group. Students between the age of 5 to 14 in tribal community in the villages provide education is the main aim of AARANIYAKAM. To improve the sanitation facilities and educational guidance for children were also part of this project. Joyce George MP inaugurated the function, and the privileges given to the tribals in India were misused by many officials, he said in his inaugural speech.
ഒരു മോണിറ്ററിംഗ് സിസ്റ്റം ഉണ്ടാക്കണം, സോഫ്റ്റ്വെയർ ഉണ്ടാവണം. അതിനുശേഷം 10ാം ക്ലാസ്സും +2 കഴിഞ്ഞ് അവരെ ട്രാക്ക് ചെയ്ത് അവരെവിടം വരെ പോകുന്നു എന്ന് അറിയാൻ പറ്റുന്ന സംവിധാനം ഉണ്ടാവണം.
The AARANIYAKAM was conducted by Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan of Ernakulam District Project in cooperation with Saumathiram Ayurveda Group. News Desk, Jeevan. Before we wind up the news, headlines once again. Uttar Pradesh election polling and with the 5th phase. UPrecords 57.36% polling. Oscar 2017, Moonlight wins Best Picture, La La Land wins 6 awards. Actress attack case, conspiracy will examine, says Chief Minister. Opposition blames the government. Police reached VAGAMON with pulses, Suni and Vijay for evidence collection. For accused, sent to police custody. Lunch gets delayed. Canteen employee leaks assault by PC George MLA. George denied the allegations. And that's all from today's English News Desk, and good night.